Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We're here in the Ineluctable Prison, and we've already made some pretty decent progress. Now, we haven't actually been here. That's where we were imprisoned during the early part of the game where Habsmira captured us, and I don't know if we're actually going to be able to get over there. Actually, is that where this door goes? Right here? Or no? This one. I also forgot to look up those puzzles. I'll have to do that in between. Not in between, but like, you know, whenever we get a break. On our way back through, probably. Okay. A magical barrier protects this cage despite the fact that it is clearly empty. It's clearly been empty for a while. Dispel it.
A success worthy of praise.
Cicely? Judging by the appearance of the specter before you, she was brutally tortured before her death. Her hair is coated in blood. Her lips are swollen and split by a wide gash. And in her mouth, open in a desperate expression, is a black void where her front teeth should be. As she speaks, her voice sounds garbled, gurgling. Who are you? Another torturer? No, not a torturer. Who are you? I'm not your enemy. How can I help? Who are you? The specter lifts her head, and you can now see a horrible wound. Her throat has been cut open, roughly, and blood is pumping out in an endless series of spurts. My name is Cicely Mentiel. I was a warrior. Her voice comes in fits and starts, as if she's forcing the words through her slit throat with great effort. Of the Order of the Burning Fist, for the glory of our goddess Sarenrae, we followed the evil and lost. Our unit, under the command of my beloved, a knight by the name of Castaglier, was ambushed. We broke into the Ivory Labyrinth, but then went so far in that we couldn't pull back. Castaglier, our brave leader, betrayed us, having fallen under Baphomet's spells. Before my eyes, the Lord of Beasts took his life and turned him into a dead knight. His loyal slave, all the others were thrown into cells. For years and years they tortured me, until I managed to put an end to it myself. I cut my life short, slipped away from the executioner's grasp, and I sullied myself in the eyes of the Dawnflower. I am a sinner. Cicely's hand is holding a sharpened shard of a bronze bowl. She's clutching it so tightly that the edge has sliced the skin of her palm, cutting deep into the flesh. Show the staff of the extinguished flame, formerly kept by Castaglier. Did you know this item? I recognize it. My staff that carried the warm light of the goddess. If only I had it in my hand in the hour of my final battle. But Castaglier took it from me. Baphomet's magic already reigned over his mind. The ghost reaches for the staff, but immediately withdraws its hand. But I no longer have the right to touch it. The light of this relic will no longer heal anyone's wounds. It died just as I did. Now this staff is destined to be only a memory of my grim fate. There's a faint glow across the fiery pattern of the staff, like the flickering of smoldering coals. Oh, a smoldering flame now. How can I help? Do I want to say this? I want to see where it goes to. In Cicely's eyes, weariness wrestles with a desire to believe you. She says at last, I don't trust you. I mustn't. This place is full of liars. But you are different. If you truly aren't my enemy, help me. My soul has been stained by suicide, but it still holds a spark of light. I'm willing to give it up to atone for the evil that was committed because of my negligence. My husband's blade, Dawnflower's kiss, was taken by the demons. It was a holy relic, and defiling it is a grave sin. If you rip it from their clutches, I can try to purify it by the light that even Baphomet couldn't take from me. Perhaps then my lady will have mercy on me and accept my wretched soul. What kind of blade is it? As the radiant Sarenrae was battling Rovagug, a grand rift appeared on Golarion, and flaming stone fragments filled with the Dawnflower's might flew out and scattered across the land. They turned into magnificent blades, shining bright, smiting darkness and evil. One of these great treasures was entrusted to my beloved, Castaglier. I'm losing it. We have disgraced ourselves, or in losing it. As Cicely finishes this sentence, her voice becomes a forlorn, mournful cry. If it's a weapon from Sarenrae, it could be a scimitar. Which is interesting. Where should I look for it? A Meredith by the name of Aponavicius. The warden of this prison took it with her. Unfortunately, I don't know if she still has the blade, or someone else is wielding it now. I sense only one thing. My sword did not leave the prison. I'll find it. She nods in gratitude. I'll be praying for your success. Perhaps my Lady Sarenrae will listen to the pleas of a wicked sinner such as I. I have to go. Goodbye. Take care, or better still, run from this horrible place. That's not so bad. Yeah, the place isn't so bad.
I'll prove I am the best.
Another quiver, please.
I'll tear your throat out.
Goodbye, Lilitu. Got another one here.
You're irrelevant.
Charge him. Good damage.
Indulge me and die quickly.
I will see to your demise. Die!
Mind over muscle.
Nice.
Go for their hearts! I will pierce your heart.
Good damage. Back up and kill.
Rip you apart!
Easy. Alright. An insane prisoner in here. Yeah, let him out.
Do you find me useful?
The prisoner is mumbling in a rare dialect of Kadiran tongue. We were 6 thieves who entered this prison. Now there are none of us. 5 found easy deaths in battle, and I am bound to 4 torments. Hunger, thirst, cold, and darkness. So 03654. We just need 2 and 1.
Onwards!
Maybe that's one of the solutions.
Over there!
And we just keep going deeper and deeper here.
I finished here. Is there more?
Unlock
A
this.
success worthy of praise.
Are we? Do we happen to be going the right way like this whole time?
I finished here. Is there more?
Hi. Who are you? You're no guard and no servant of Baphomet. I can't see you, but I can smell this is so. And I can smell that you're strong. Very strong. Whoever you are, I thank you for my freedom. Please accept my humble gift. Who are you? Ow. What did you do to me? Ashen Cursed. The curse inflicted by the ungrateful prisoner of the Ivory Labyrinth, not only does it weaken its bearer, it allows the caster to sense the curse victim from any distance. Alright, we want to get rid of that. Who's got removed curse? Is it you? No?
Are we
You?
ready to move out?
Did I not get anybody with, to have removed? Okay, you have it. Yep, go ahead and get rid of that. What an ungrateful piece of trash. Hope we find him again and kill him. Alright, so we're done down here. Right, there's nothing... That didn't go anywhere, did it? No, we can't get through there. Alright, we have a place to rest if we need to. Okay, we gotta find another, thing.
Let me draw the first blood.
Obelisk. Good damage.
And now, you die.
I'll
Good.
cut you wide open.
You're gone.
Where do you want me?
Get everybody up here. Got insane Dretch here. Couple of them.
Crave your commands.
Can you do one of these on him?
No match for me.
The last one for me.
Nice. Good one of them.
You won't recover.
Move up. Move up. Move in.
Indulge me and die quickly.
Good damage.
They'll beg me to stop.
Beautifully done.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Don't think we're gonna get to you though.
Not like this.
God damn, dude.
Your pain is my
These are the most effective dretches in the game.
Let's hear you cry.
Okay, Nenio suffered a crippling wound. That's not good.
Oh, yes, what?
That's not good.
You can trust me.
I'm glad. And Resurrector. Yeah, we might have to sleep just get our buffs reapplied on everybody. Yeah. Buff. What do we got in here? Unlock that.
I hope you appreciate this.
All right, so this is where we've been here before. Might as well take a look around.
I am helpful, am I not?
Head on.
A grown Nabasu.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yeah, we'll kill them. I want that treasure.
Quickens.
Go ahead and hit them with that. Nice. Hit him with that.
Match for me.
Beautifully done.
They'll beg me to stop.
Nice.
And now you die.
There we go. You guys remember when those guys were actually a challenge? Ah. Those are the good old days.
Lead. You follow.
Hi there.
I'll rip you apart.
1,200 damage. What else we got in here?
You're irrelevant.
You won't recover.
The spirits demand your blood.
Gotta get this evocator first.
And grace. I'll make short work of this.
No, it didn't kill him. This is gonna hurt.
You should have listened to reason.
Kill him.
Mind over muscle.
Nice. What?
Out of my sight.
Out of my sight.
I will see to your demise.
Can you get up? Kill him. Good. Ow. Goddamn, that hurt a lot more than I thought.
You're irrelevant.
Indulge me and die quickly.
You are today's sacrifice.
Nice. Alright. Is that another one right here? Yep. Was that there when we were here before? Flesh Terror. What is that? Is that a buckler? It's a light shield. +2 insight bonus on attack and damage rolls against living enemies.
Onwards.
Pretty cool.
Over there.
Yep, and this is where we had broken out before. Okay. The darkness that rolls beneath looks impenetrable and somehow carnivorous. Maybe even the darkness itself is a dangerous monster in this insane abyssal realm. So where does this stuff go? Let's see. Go ahead and hop over there. Take that. Clear the rubble. What are we doing here? I'm gonna save it. I've got a premonition. My spidey senses are tingling. That I've been here before and it killed me. Behind the rubble, you find rough drawings scratched on the wall. 4 figures entwined in either a dance or a battle under the gaze of 3 bestial eyes. The rest of the pictures obscured by the remaining rubble. Okay, so 4 and 3 there. Okay. Clear.
Got it.
Get rid of all that rubble. The drawing continues. One of the figures, a horned one, is bringing down the other 5 and turning into some half-effaced symbol that's no longer legible. Huh.
From the shadows. Move out.
Bring it on.
Let me draw the first blood.
Hi, guys. Fancy seeing you guys here.
You should have listened to reason.
Elder purple worms. Oh, God. That's a lot of them. Alright. Rage. Study him. Kill him. That's one down. They didn't like that. So
I will pierce your heart.
shaky. It's another one gone. Hey guys, calm down with this shaking camera.
They'll beg me to stop.
Father of Worms. Oh boy.
Go for their hearts.
Alright, we're gonna do... There's no way this works, right? Immune. Of course. Brilliant inspiration on Manorak. Spell lost. Well, that's not good. Take him down. Father of Worms, my ass. Alright, move over here. Yeah, let's spread out.
I'll cut you wide open. I'll remove this obstacle.
Precision and glare.
There we go.
Of ourselves.
Well, that wasn't as hard as I remember it being. Just like everything else. What do we got? Greater kinetic diadem, protection, anything unique. To say, buddy, Mr. Father of Worms, that was disappointing. Used up all my buffs for that. Alright.
Head on.
Hop back over here. We do have another path to take down over here.
Done.
Where does this go? Perception.
Do you find me useful?
You hear heavy breathing nearby, as if there's someone extremely close but unseen.
I lead.
Hmm.
Follow.
I don't have like fairy fire or anything, do I? Or glitter dust, I think is what it's called in this game, right? I do. I have some glitter dusts. Sure.
I'm always open to ideas. Yes.
I mean, we have true seeing on, don't we? Or we have see invisibility. Yeah, we're true seeing on. Weird. Did I just like miss it? Hold on. Nenio.
Anything new?
Gonna do a cone of cold. No, this guy does not exist here. I'm probably gonna rest soon, so we're just gonna do. Yeah, I don't know. How are you supposed to find this guy then? I don't know.
Got it.
Might have to look that up too when I look these puzzles up. I think we're gonna do the puzzles at the end, when I could just go and do them all.
Onwards.
There's one more route here, right? Yeah. Alright.
You need me.
Let's go ahead, use your last quiver. And attack them. Nice. Since we're gonna rest, I'm gonna go ahead and do these. Use all of our stuff here.
And now
Get this. Get that off of here.
The spirits demand your blood.
I'll make short work of this.
Mind over muscle.
Nice, nice, nice.
You won't recover.
Love that dex damage being done to them. That's pretty great. Hi, Labyrinth Demon Dan.
You are today's sacrifice. No match for me.
Out of my sight.
You're irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Back away.
Indulge me and die quickly.
Excellent. Just excellent. Alright, let's go through this door. Voramarak. Hi there. Squawking in delight, a large rock enters the jail. It's fidgeting with a bloodied gold ring in its clawed fingers, muttering lovingly. You thought you could hide it from Voramarak, didn't you? But the rock saw you swallow it, foolish little human, and she took it. She pulled out your gutsies and took it. Shiny! Upon noticing you, the rock starts and hisses angrily. You! Voramarak knows you. Why are you here? You want the rock's treasure? Claws off. You can't have them. Who are you? I don't remember you. She clucks in outrage. You don't remember? You came to the Molten Scar and ruined the important task that Xanthir the Plagued One gave the rock. You took the humans Voramarak was making into demons, and then you killed Xanthir the Plagued One. And now the rock will never get mythical powers. And you, nasty mortal, don't even remember. And now you're trying to steal the rock shinies. Didn't I kill you, though? What are you doing here? Voramarak's voice becomes excessively proud. What, you thought the rock wouldn't find a good master? The rock is strong. Everyone wants her to serve them. They made her guard the prison, let her torture useless humans. She pecks their funny little eyes out, then slices them up with sharp talons. And then no guards around, or when no guards are around, Voramarak can sneak into a cage and eat all the shrieking meat inside. She pats her belly, which is obviously visibly bloated. You picked the wrong lord. My master and I will get you, and all that fat you've stored will spew out. Then we'll break off the horns of that worthless goat you serve. Who are you? Some kind of cat? I like cats, when I snap them into two with my beak. Enough clucking, demon spawn. Comes at you with a belligerent squawk. We shall see. We don't need to waste one of those on you. I know we're about to rest, but... Bye-bye. Good riddance. Okay, I was like, where's the loot? I didn't have anything good on him. Holy shit. They're just sitting in there? It is a scimitar. This is a +5 scimitar, Dawnflower's Kiss. A magnificent weapon created by Sarenrae herself. The once shining blade has become tarnished, defiled by the many sinful acts and unholy murderers. Or unholy murders that the demons have committed using this sword. Wow. Well, that's good. And that is why you explore.
I am helpful, am I not?
Long live our lady in shadow. Long live. It's a jailbreak. Open that.
I finished here.
The
Is
transparent
there more?
skin stretched over bones and half-gnawed fingers indicate that the prisoner died of hunger. Yeah, that sucks, huh? Alright. Did we miss, like, this damn obelisk? We missed this. Take all that.
Move out.
Nope, okay. This way. And you. Is this the sword you were talking about? Cicely extends her trembling hand toward the blade. Vile monsters. The once blessed blade. What have they turned it into? Will you let me be the spark that will drive away the evil that has tainted it? Atone for your sin and purify this sword. Destroy the specter of Dawnflower's Kiss. Your death will complete this blade's corruption. Hands off, your suffering will be eternal. No, let everything remain as it is. Your death will be the blade's final corruption. The sword cuts through the ghostly essence as if it were corporeal flesh. Cecilia's eyes widen and her head falls from her shoulders. A cry of pain and sorrow escapes her spectral lips, and the blade fills with darkness. There we go. Let's see what we got here. +5 Vicious Sacrificial Bleed Scimitar. +2 to CL on Transmutation School spells. Huh. Don't see that one very often, do we? Caster level. A once proud weapon of Sarenrae corrupted by demons and utterly devastated by the crusade commander known as Manarak. By destroying the mournful specter of the priestess Cicely Mentiel and robbing her of a chance at redemption, Manarak completed this blade's transformation into a weapon of evil and corruption incarnate. What does sacrificial mean? Well, vicious. It's a flash of disruptive energy that resonates between the opponent and the wielder. Energy deals 2d6 points of damage to the opponent and 1d6 points of damage to the wielder. That's not good. Against a helpless foe, +2. Yeah. And a bleed weapon too. Cool. I don't think it's going to be better than my Sword of Sithid. God, such a cool sword. Okay. Let's go ahead and rest in here, I guess. Yeah, we'll have another lucky hand sandwich. As long as you keep showing me this beautiful face, I know fortune will continue to smile on me. I think they said something beforehand, but I think we missed it. 23 hours have passed. Purge the corruption. Do all that. That one too. Okay. Alright, let's go this way. Thick swarm.
Save the last one for me.
Oh man, we forgot. Oh my god, that's a lot of dretches. That's not good. What does this button do? That's a good one. Do we have like a Good, I think we killed a lot of those dretches. Not all of them though. Kill you though. Oh, there's another one behind you.
I will pierce your heart.
Go in haste. Manorak, kill that one. Oh, I thought I forgot. Damn it. Supposed to pounce.
They'll beg me to stop. I'll rip you apart.
Go for their hearts. What a mess. And now you die.
Good. Oh. I hate you. I hate them. They are literally the worst thing in this game. What? I guess that makes sense that the bars wouldn't keep him out. Get rid of that swarm.
Out of my way!
You're irrelevant. I'll cut you wide open.
Good.
No match for me.
Nice. How many of you are there?
You won't recover.
Too many. That's how many.
The world in crimson.
I will see to your demise.
Jeez. All my buffs. Not all of them, but too many of them. Let's go ahead and unlock all these
I
gates.
finished here. Is there more?
There's more.
Find me useful.
A lot more. I do find you useful, actually. Thank you for
Finished here.
wondering that.
Is there more?
Sellsword Rangers.
I finished here.
There's no way these guys
Is
are
there more?
sane, right? Yeah. Ha! Stupid mortal. Let's kill him. They'll make us guards for it.
Indulge me and die quickly. You should have listened to reason.
Die!
Mm.
They'll beg
Yeah,
me
go and do
to
that.
stop.
There we go. Take all your loot. Yep, they're gonna make you guys guards for sure.
I finished here. Is there more?
Pay attention!
He scattered his damned riddles everywhere. Bait for thieves like us. We found one right after we got out of the rat tunnel. We were fools. Some loot or some healing items. Okay. Let's go down this way. Oh, it like teleports. Interesting. Bloody writing on this body reads, "Commander, my death is on your conscience." Nah. It's really not. One could have mistaken this wretched mortal for a stuffed effigy, if not for the eyes alive and full of pain. Oh, that's you. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up. Jeez, look at all the healing potions we have. That's insane. Not on me, on you. There we go. Now I have these for healing. I gotta do it the old-fashioned way. God, I have so much health. Whose idea was to have so much health? And these are serious wounds too. Like this isn't. I don't like the weak ones. Like, well, now I'm using the weak ones, but that's because I just noticed them. There we go. Good enough. All right. Reapply any buffs. Oh yeah, kill him, by the way. Thank you. Aponavicius. I'm just gonna call them Apon. You've come here uninvited, mortal, but I'll pardon your audacity for the sake of the reward Baphomet will grant me for prevailing over you. He may honor me by making me his archpriestess, and by delivering it into my hands the one who currently holds that position, the lovely Aurelia Vorlish. Oh, the things I'll do to her body. Aponavicius wills herself to rid her eyes of the wistful glint. Take a good look at what awaits you. These poor things thought themselves great fighters, but now they're just dolls in my hands. Marvelous trophies. Some are still alive. Once I'm done with your transformation, you could even exchange stories of your downfall. Come here. I'll be gentle. Wouldn't want to ruin your beautiful pelt. Aponavicius, still playing with your toys? Arushale gives her a mocking smile. I hope they brought you some comfort when Baphomet assigned Minago to Dresden instead of you. I bet it was awfully boring to be cooped up in a jail, thinking about all the fun she was having there. You, the traitor who fights on the side of mortal meat. It's good to have you here. There's a bounty on your head. I fight on the side of the victor. Arushale shoots you a proud look, whereas you've been a loser your whole life, and you're about to die a loser. You won't even live to see your master's defeat in this war. Were you holding the hand? In a place from which there is no escape, in the heart of the prison, there's a cell for special guests. Not for you, critter. I'm sorry. You'll be confined in these chambers, but don't worry, I can detain you just as well as our Lord's finest executioners. You'll become a decoration yourself, monster. Apon draws to the sword. Let's begin our game. I hereby dedicate the first wound I inflict on you to the Lord of Beasts, and all others, to my own pleasure and nothing else.
The heartbeat quickens.
Yeah. Let's see what you got. Oh, you actually hit me. That's rude.
The spirits demand your blood.
Doop, doop.
I will pierce your heart.
Okay, you got some armor. Can appreciate that. Let's see how much armor.
I'll rip you apart!
Got a lot of health. Probably not enough health, though.
Hear you cry.
Later. Feels good. Feels good. Warden's Circlet. And then a whole bunch of scimitars +2. You really should have had the Dawnflower guy. Warden's Key. This key belongs to the keeper of the nautical prison. It can open any cell. Very cool. What does this do? This headband of mental perfection +4 grants its wearer the ability to summon 2 Labyrinth Demon Dan destroyers to fight on their side for 2 minutes, twice per day. Cool, cool. Yeah, kill them all. Letter from the Warden's Chambers. A page covered in demonic symbols. Master, I humbly ask that you double the number of guards under my command. There are now so many captive Galarians and Nocticulus soldiers that we are being forced to put down the unsupervised surplus. I suggest we remove the guard from the secret passageway, where the you-know-who's ghost hides, and reduce the number of sentries at the groaning gates. Either way, no enemy is capable of bursting through them. I would also ask to abolish the need to keep watch over Alderpash's cell. Any guard assigned to his chambers gets immediately corrupted by his bribes and promises, becomes a spy, and then has to be executed at once as a warning to the rest. Beyond that, I would like to report the preposterous behavior of the priestess Svandak. She keeps taking my warriors to perform her sacrifices, and demanding that my sorcerers restore the magical barrier around some empty cage every cycle. It's about time someone put that deranged bitch in her place. Bowing before your deathly glory, your unworthy slave, Aponavicius. Kill you. Ooh. Indomitable Punisher. One-handed Tongi. Cool. Legends of the Dark Knights. sour guts broth recipe. Unlock this.
I finished here. Is there more?
It's looking at you in desperation, and there is but one plea in her gaze: to be granted peace. Alright. It seems the prison warden enjoyed the suffering of her inmates so much, she even provided herself with a panoramic view of the prison cells from her office. What a wonderful person. Okay. So this must be the secret passage he was talking about. Is that where Hepzimira is supposed to be? But we didn't see anything there. How much time do we have to, like, go down this path? Not a long time. Let's save it. Also, I forgot to... 1 second. Alright. Alright, go. Alright. Oh, is that the prison down there? Looks like it, huh? That's an empty door right there, right? I think so. Okay. Where does this go?
No time for
Oh, hi guys. Here's the obelisk that we'll have to destroy. Gonna move up and do that. Good damage there. Kill him.
No match for me.
I fucked up.
You are today's sacrifice.
Are you paralyzed? Looks like you're paralyzed. Kill them.
And now you die.
Beautifully done.
You
Loot 'em up.
intrigue me.
Bracers of armor. Awesome. Take this stuff, and
I'll prove I'm the best.
you're out of heat or burn. Okay. Alright, what does this do? The immense statue is watching you impassively. Its horned head suddenly leans forward and gives you a sly wink. It's still not too late to kneel before me. If you admit here and now that you have no master other than me, I'll grant you permission to take your own life, swiftly and painlessly. For the last time, let the hand of the inheritor go. You're not actually expecting me to kill myself, are you? What riddle are you going to ask me this time? You're not actually expecting me to kill myself, are you? Why not? I'm showing you great mercy by allowing you to bleed out right now, before my executioners get you. You've heard the screams of your angel, or rather, my angel. I'm sick of you. The giant statue lowers its horns menacingly. Your bones will line the walls of my labyrinth, mortal. Oh, I'm actually gonna fight them.
Cut them to pieces!
Alright, I can do that.
You won't recover.
Go ahead and rage. Study it and kill it. Boom. One down. Yep.
I'll rip you apart.
Immune. That ain't fair.
Precision and grace.
Mind over muscle.
Also immune to that, so they're golems.
Indulge me and die quickly.
But they're dead golems now. Alright, what do they got on them? Couple glaives.
Onwards.
Find the hand of the inheritor. Alright. Everybody group up. Let's save. We do have another path to go check on after we're done here. Actually, I don't know if we're going to be able to explore the place. So we're actually going to go back. And I want to do the puzzles real quick. Are the boulders gone? It seems like that boulder's gone. I didn't hear it for a while. Oh, we never destroyed this one. How's wrong with us? Here we go. Okay. Yeah, this is the really difficult room with the grenaders or bombers.
Move out. Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Go ahead and haste us. I went too early. That was my bad. Oh, Jesus. Oh, there's another one coming that way. Where am I going? Where am I? I'm gonna go home. Okay. Well, we made it here.
Went splendidly.
Okay. Where is this going? Ooh. A midnight bolt. Wonder what that's doing down here. Baphomet's unholy symbol is covered in the blood of the innocent who were sacrificed before it.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Don't you dare step into the sanctum of the Lord of Beasts faithful. Tear him apart. Oh, this is that priest that the one girl talked about. Kill.
Beg me to stop.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
No match for me.
That was beautiful. Don't get such a good chain very often. If I step up and do one of these, kills most of you.
I will pierce your heart. You're irrelevant.
Charge. Nice. And kill. There we go. No worries at all. Did they have anything good on them? Guess I should have looted them. I do kind of wish it told you, like, where the loot's coming from. It doesn't look like they had anything specific on them. What's this? Angel's Heart. Huh, return the hand of the inheritor's heart. Okay. And we got Grimoires of the Beast excerpts. Should you wish to be granted Baphomet's blessing, conduct this ritual that honors the deeds of the Lord of the Minotaurs. First, prepare the hollow skull of a bull and a sacrificial drink to be imbibed before the ritual. Your best choice would be filling a cup with fresh blood from a jugular vein of a being who died in agony, consuming this nectar immediately. Once in a place where you won't be disturbed, be still, bound in the chains of contemplation, in honor of Baphomet, who likewise awaited the coming of his hour within the ivory labyrinth. Remain motionless for 100 and another 5 minutes. To match the number of unholy curses Baphomet sent upon Asmodeus during the time of his imprisonment. Then bring your face close to the skull and whisper into its bowels 100 epiphanies and observations that came upon you, by the example of Baphomet, who found his path to freedom through attention to the smallest of details. If you perform the ritual precisely as described, thus proving yourself in the name of Baphomet, The Demon Lord's favor will be bestowed upon you. No maze will mislead you, and your mind will become stronger against the confusion and madness. Cool. That's something... Is that like an actual book I need to read? You learned something new. Awesome. What did I learn? Tell me what I've learned. Grimoire the Beast. +1 bonus on saving throws against confusion spells. Hell yeah. Ooh, another one. Is that a different one? I'm gonna read it anyway. We learned something new that time. Okay. Did we actually learn something new? Or is it like the same thing? Well, it's in a different location. Like before it was over here. I don't see anything new though. I don't know. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Baphomet the Uncaged. We are all children of Baphomet. Read this and pass it on. As everyone knows, our Lord has shown time and time again that he values cunning and deftness above all. But for us mortal weaklings, cunning alone cannot suffice. If you wish to serve Baphomet well, learn patience and tenacity, for they will aid you in the hour when it seems like even your devious mind is powerless before a gloating foe. When Asmodeus branded our Lord and threw him into the ivory labyrinth, all the odds were against Baphomet. Shamed, drained of all strength, consumed by hatred, and thirsting for revenge, he wandered the halls whence, as the god of devils assumed, none could hope to find a path to freedom. For countless years did his hooves stomp the bone floor, diligent rather than dismayed. Baphomet searched every crevice, every defect, and every imperfection of the devilish construction. When Asmodeus had already forgotten about his prisoner entirely, and every other prisoner would have submitted to his fate, our Lord struck a humiliating blow by escaping the ivory labyrinth and taking his derelict prison with him. And to this day does Asmodeus' seal burn on our Lord's brow, not as a brand of disgrace, but as a reminder of the day when Baphomet put a deity to shame. In the name of that very feat do we all call ourselves the Templars of the Holy or the Ivory Labyrinth, honoring the former prison of our Lord that became Baphomet's dominion, and home to his sacred minotaurs. Remember this when you head out on a mission. Wait for the right moment or suffer through hardships. Stay patient, stay alert, and stab them in the back when they least expect it. Hail Baphomet with deeds insidious and covert. Hail him, hail him, hail him forevermore. The Circle of Loyal Templars. Alright, and I learned something from that book too. What did we get? What did we get? Baphomet Uncaged. Increases sneak attack by 1d6. Oh shit. That's actually fantastic, yeah. We're just getting stronger and stronger. It's insane. Alright. It's everything here.
I lead, you follow. Onwards!
I don't know if there's anything on the other sides here. I'm gonna take... Who should I take?
Well,
Probably you.
this condition is irrational.
Oh, come on, girl. It's annoying.
I heed the voice of the
Alright, go.
spirits.
Take a look.
This one was beyond me.
Okay. Not you.
Battles await.
You gotta go take that one out then. But there's no door over there. Alright, run, 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 run. And then you'll run over here too. See if there's anything this way. There's a door. Okay, so we gotta get everybody over here now. We're gonna have to rest because of that. There are 2 people on death's door. Alright, what do we got in here? This looks lovely. Hello? Baphomet the Imprisoned. We are... Wait, this is different, though. That one definitely is different. Do I have to read it in here? I think so. Oh no, it didn't change. I apparently learned something from it. Maybe it only goes into effect after you leave the menu? No, I don't know. I don't know. It's the same story, so maybe you're not supposed to learn something new from that. These scrolls look so old they might crumble to dust at a single touch. On the basics of sin magic. This undead was dissected with great skill and care. The pages of this book are hopelessly ruined. It is no longer possible to read it. However, the soothing aura around it persists despite Baphomet's minions' best efforts. An unfinished golem with small gems installed in its eyes.
Over there.
Do you find me useful?
This bookshelf is full of rare arcane tomes, so ancient that even the dust that rests on them is priceless. That's pretty crazy. The bed is covered with old moldy sheets. He just moved. That haven't been changed in a long time. I don't like that you moved. I remember this place. Ah, I remember this. Like, I remember this visual. I don't remember what this is, but I remember this visual. The room you're in looks more like a palace than a prison. Every part of it is impeccably clean, despite the fact that the cell's inhabitant has been dead for millennia. The words coming out of the dead man's mouth catch you off guard. Why, hello there, my dear. I've been waiting and waiting, wondering what my guest was up to and why he hadn't shown up yet. Don't be shy. Have a seat. Eat to your heart's content. When you're someone important, you don't talk business. Standing up now, do you? And we do indeed have business to discuss. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Alderpash, Rune Lord of Wrath, a destroyer and a conqueror, the great tyrant of Bakrakhan. Doesn't ring any bells? I understand. Many millennia have passed, and all of them I've spent in this prison as Baphomet's captive. It's been a while since I've strolled around Galarian. My heart was still beating back then, and it wasn't until later that I became a lich. Wasn't fond of the idea of dying a prisoner here, you see. Well, that's all besides the point. The guards tipped me off that you had barged into this prison, and I thought fate might bring you to my doorstep. I've been expecting you since. Rune Lord of Wrath? A Rune Lord? Camelia's eyes widen. It's unclear whether this is a sign of fear or exhilaration. I can scarcely believe it. They were akin to gods. This mummy is the second most powerful and dangerous creature in this labyrinth after Baphomet himself. A marvelous find. I've long been looking for a sufficiently old but sentient undead specimen to test my theory about the onset of post-mortem that word. Yoo-hoo, Mr. Mummy. We're going to run a few cognitive tests. I will say a word. The rest of Ninio's monologue is drowned out by Alderpash's creaking laughter. Trust me, young lady. I'm in no danger of going senile. But I like you. You remind me of an acquaintance of mine. It's been such a long time. She was good, both at work and... But there's no time for reminiscence, and even less so for experiments. Rumors about you have been going around the abyss for a while now. Rumors fly free, you see. Can't snare them, can't cage them. Even down here, in the deepest dungeons, a tale flies by every now and again about the time you took Dresden from the demons, or the time a goddess and a demon came to coax you to their side. I've long since wanted to see you for myself, and take your measure. You feel the dead eyes fix their gaze on you. I see. That explains it. They said that your deeds could not have been performed by a simple mortal. But you're not simple at all. A creature of life and death. A wanderer between the light and the dark. I met someone like you once, only once, and she, too, accomplished quite a lot in her strange half-life. Tell me more about you. By all means, I see no reason not to tell you. I've got some impressive stories to share. I was a great tyrant in life. The good folk were scared witless of me, and in death, as you can see, my power is nothing to sniff at. I continue my explorations on magic, the kind that your generation knows nothing about. Go ahead, my dear. Ask away. Gives you a benevolent smile. Need a sip of water. So, we have a common enemy in Baphomet. Indeed. Alas, I haven't had the pleasure of wounding him by my own hand, although I dearly love to spill his guts. Yes, I've heard about your feat, ever since he rushed back to his abyssal realm and locked himself up in his citadel. Everyone's been going on and on about you, my dear. What kind of mortal is it that managed to injure our mighty lord? Alderpash lowers his voice in a confiding manner. He won't soon forget you. He may be ancient, but he's such a child at heart. He's been the same ever since he was created. All he cares about are his grudges. Asmodeus wounded him. Lamashtu left him. Ascari doesn't see him as his equal. Nocticular refused to bed him. He's a walking collection of scars. His wounds are his essence. So you take heed now. Tell me of your accomplishments. They don't teach you youngsters anything these days. Then listen well. 10,000 years ago, there was the greatest empire of the Thassalon. There we go. And no nation of today could hold a candle to its glory. It was led by Emperor Zhen. In accordance with the 7 virtues of rule, his reign was long, but ended in tragedy. Zhen was deposed by 7 stewards who then split Thassalon between them. They twisted the virtues of rule for the sake of their ever-growing power, and created the magic of the 7 vices. By the way, those spells of yours, all those silly schools, they're all based on our concepts. Except you lot have lost track of their substance, the power itself, over the centuries. These 7 great mages of yore called themselves the Rune Lords, the first of whom was me, Alderpash, Lord of Bakraken, Rune Lord of Wrath. I'm not going to list all my deeds, that would be boastful. But let's just say I've spilled enough blood to fill all the rivers on Galarian, and the tears my actions brought could fill the same thrice over. Yes, my reign was grand and glorious, and they would tremble at the mention of my name for many centuries to come. Windwog listens to his words with undisguised interest. As he describes the misdeeds of the Rune Lords, a hungering fire flares in her eyes and a wicked, wistful smile spreads across her face. When the tale reaches its end, she whispers, Incredible. But you'll surpass them, Master. Your name will be feared for centuries. For millennia. Man, I guess I've been doing a lot of talking. Jeez, my voice is shot. Okay. You don't look like a villain to me. Alderpash snickers gleefully. Why, that's because I'm not one. They just call me that, and for what? Was putting 7,000 slaves on stakes for their rebellion an act of villainy? I had the well-being of others in mind. I gave them a warning so they wouldn't die a horrible death. As for plundering neighboring kingdoms and beheading my servants, there's no evil in that at all. That's just the daily life of any ruler. I am prone to fits of temper, yes, but only when there's a good reason. If someone failed me, I'd smite them without mercy, it's true. But such lack of restraint is a part of my power and my talent. That's just how we Rune Lords of Wrath are. I remember, about 1,000 or so years after I was first thrown in here, a woman by the name of Alaznist came to visit. She was a fierce one, too. Ripped my skull off and took it with her as a trophy. Then she went to Bakrakan, found the one who was the Rune Lord of Wrath at the time, the 3rd one after me, executed his wife and 7 children, and made the ruler himself into an undead. She kept whispering to my skull, asking for advice. She really took a shine to me. She was something, that one. The last Rune Lord of Wrath in history, mind you. So I'm not angry with her about the skull. Would I be? I was reborn from my phylactery anyway. Good as new. Where do you keep your phylactery? He smirks slyly. What a curious question. And what, pray tell, do you need this knowledge for, my dear? Methinks you shouldn't be troubling that clever young head of yours with secrets like that. Let's say you find out where it is. Then what? Let's say you destroy it. But why would you? We're not enemies, we're allies. Besides, you couldn't find it if you tried. I'm no buffoon. My phylactery is hidden in a safe place far from here. His soft, harmless chuckle could have fooled many, but you notice his hand twitching as soon as you mention the phylactery. I want to learn more about your magic research. Oh, my dear. I've been keeping busy with all sorts of things over the centuries. I bet youngsters haven't even heard of a whisper about our magic of sin. When Baphomet locked me in here, he wrapped me up in his spells good and tight. The enchantment was so powerful, it bound my soul to this very cell. The things I've attempted to circumvent his handiwork. Conjuring golems, to spread my power beyond the walls of this prison, moving my consciousness into other bodies. So many minds obliterated in that particular effort, and all for naught. When I grew desperate, I whipped up some fanciful undead, just to vex Baphomet and lay waste to his jail. Must have slaughtered half the labyrinth, then stopped. It was too much of a hassle. I'm just bragging at this point. For you to understand my discoveries, you'd have to study as my apprentice for an age or two. You know what kind of education mages used to get? Far beyond anything they teach these days. Needless to say, I've hidden my most valuable creations and treasures far from this place so that Baphomet can't get his hands on any of them. The guards assigned to me were so kind as to accept a modest bribe and carry them out of the prison to stow somewhere safe. His phylactery, however, was not one of them. Your knowledge tells you that Aldapesh could not have removed his greatest treasure from the prison, as it contains his very soul. Baphomet's magic would make no distinction between the phylactery and Elish's physical body. Now everything's clear. He wags his finger at you. You spring chickens are also hasty. Wait until your hair grows white, then you'll see how little was actually clear to you in your youth. Try the food on the prison. The dishes offered to you are all exquisite, an unexpected sensation for a place such as Baphomet's prison. And they're certainly much better than travel rations. Tell me about the ineluctable prison. Well, what are you interested in, my dear? I know a fair bit. My guards, you see, some of them like coin, and some are just afraid of me. So they all tell me everything. I listen to their confessions each and every day. That's why I know all about the secret paths through this here maze, and a thing or two about the inmates. Alderpash perks up and adds in a cheerful voice. Here's a story for you, a fresh one. Believe it or not, lately, this place has been having a bit of a pest problem in the form of a Vrock. A sneaky little thing, and nosy too. She filches any old thing, no matter its value. But goodness, she is dim. She even paid me a visit, though I was sleeping. He giggles boisterously, looking at the blood stains in the far corner. I had to, pluck a couple of feathers. How do I find my way through the labyrinth? Well, what do you think demonic pathways are for? Haven't you seen the arcane symbols inscribed all over the place? Those fiendish scribbles are the portals you need. They tie all the cells together and the demons hop right through them. If there's a place you need that's of any importance whatsoever, it'll have magic symbols like that. Who in this prison can help me fight Baphomet? Alderpash laughs, baring his strong, large yellow teeth. Oh, my dear, this dungeon is full of those who wish Baphomet ill. There's a catch, though. Most of them are dead as mutton. Not like me, I mean, properly dead. Their bones are dust, nothing but a ghost left. They're not going anywhere, and that's the magic of the ineluctable prison for you. They sit here all locked up and cry. Oh, how they cry. And when the angel was brought in to be tortured, they all found themselves in it yourselves a cranny to hide in. Take a peek between the stones. You might find someone who can tell you something useful. What's the history of this place? The prison is Baphomet's favorite toy, but no matter how much he brags about it, it's not of his making. Back when Baphomet was still a lusty young goat, he was itching to impress his mother and lover Lamashtu, and he thought stealing the Prince of Darkness's most treasured scepter was a fantastic idea. Like any other foolish endeavor, it all ended in tears. Asmodeus caught the thief by the horn, gave him a good spanking, burned his cattle brand on Baphomet's forehead, and threw him into the ivory labyrinth of rotten darkness and utter rancor. That's where the Prince of Darkness made his blunder. As my subjects knew well, before imprisoning a thief, one should cut off both their hands. That is the only way they wean them off this awful habit. Baphomet called to his esteemed mother, but Lamashtu refused to save such an embarrassment, and our little goat was left all alone. I don't know what he did to get the demon lord Ereshkigal's attention, but she took a sudden interest in his troubles and gave him a clue about how to escape. The goat thinking she's some paragon of mercy, however, she's still a demon, and her gift was poisoned. In his attempt to make sense of Ereshkigal's words, our goat drove himself quite insane, which undoubtedly brought his benefactor a great deal of entertainment. Yet he managed to solve her riddle, and once he did, he stole the ivory labyrinth and brought it into the abyss. He could leave, or he couldn't leave, you know. Such was Asmodeus' will. But technically he never left. He was still in the maze, a true rascal. The labyrinth became the heart of the realm that he formed in the abyss after his escape. He must have been feeling nostalgic about the good old days. How else can you explain the fact that he turned the seal burned on his brow by Asmodeus into his second personal symbol? The little hornhead must miss being tortured on the Prince of Darkness's rack. How did you end up here? I was betrayed, my dear. Sorshan, Rune Lord of Lust, was nothing compared to me. Yet she wanted to take my place as the leader and found a source of truly legendary powers. Naturally, I was furious and thought I'd do away with the upstart. To even the odds, I made a deal with Baphomet. I borrowed a part of his might and promised to give him Sorshan when I was done playing with her. Oh, she was a wild one. But the Lord of Beasts came to me and demanded payment when I was just putting my cunning plans into motion. It goes without saying that Baphomet was more interested in taking me instead of some Sorshan. So, under the pretext of me breaking the terms of our pact, he seized me. A show of treachery on his part, yes, but what else could you expect from a demon? Rune Lord of Lust, you say? I'm sure I've known at least 3 ladies of certain morals who use that particular moniker. Did you lot have, by any chance, a Rune Lord of Veracity? Or of Bibulousness? Or of raucous revels that keep the whole street awake until the wee hours of the morning? He lets out a chuckle of contempt. The small minds of your generation cannot grasp the higher, mystical meaning of sin. Unsurprising, then, that our teachings have degenerated into your primitive system of magic schools. You're asking if we had the magic of veracity, or gluttony to be precise? Of course we had. You call it necromancy. The insatiable hunger, the lust for life force. Both your own and another's. The manipulation of corporeal energies. Come to think of it, my words are wasted on you, lover of revels. Not all prisoners are allowed this kind of luxury. Don't be fooled. This is all just Baphomet's idea of a joke. That weasel wants to remind me every day how much I lost when he captured me. He went to the trouble of making my cell look exactly like my chambers in Bakrakon. My dear, sometimes I take one look at it and I just... He stops mid-sentence, clenching his fists until they crack. You notice signs of repeated, rigorous restoration all around. Looks like Alderpash has had a number of fits of temper over the centuries of imprisonment. You notice that, contrary to what Alderpash had just said, not all of the interior of his cell belongs to the era of the Rune Lords. To the era of the Rune Lords' rule in Thassalon. Far from it. Many items in here came into use at a much later period in history, mostly those that are implements for the arcane arts. You can clearly tell that Alderpash's phylactery is somewhere within his chambers, despite his attempts to hide this fact. His concern is understandable. After all, if you destroy it, he will lose his immortality. The phylactery could be absolutely anything, any of the furnishings or the trinkets around here. If I were an ancient lich from Thassalon, what would my phylactery look like? Alderpash's rasping voice sounds hostile. Your curiosity might cost you dearly. Do yourself a favor and drive those dangerous thoughts away. Everything's clear? What sort of business do you have with me? Here's the thing. I've grown wary of sitting here, and I can't escape. I've tried so many things, every trick in the book. Nothing. Baphomet placed an enchantment on me that holds me in this cell and utterly refuses to let me walk out the door. And anti-magic spells have never been my forte. I've always believed incineration to be the best defense against enemy sorcery. And here I am, languishing here. Would you, my dear, kindly help me escape? I'll make it worth your while. What do you say? What kind of help? What kind of payment will I get for helping you? I have something that could prove useful to you. Back when I still lived, I was interested in a certain plane called Genderley. Genderley? A remarkable place, a chimera of sorts, the graveyard for dead planets. Getting there is tricky, but I managed to capture one of the guardians of that plane. I wore them down in a torture chamber, wringing some of their knowledge from them before they perished. He traces an unfinished rune on the table with his finger. This is part of the rune of Jandelay. It offers protection from chaos. A substantial asset in the war with the demons, don't you think? Help me regain my freedom, and I'll teach you, or your servants, how to inscribe this rune. What will you do? He says in a nonchalant tone. Well, first I'll get my kingdom back. I'll enslave the populace, conquer my neighbors, maybe commit genocide against some particularly unruly nation, build myself an army by taking children from their mothers and putting the latter to the sword. Orphans make for loyal troops, you know. I'll clap everyone else in irons and make them work without a moment's rest until my coffers are overflowing. Those who are useless in both war and work will be cut down in mass sacrifices. Basically, I'll make myself comfortable and lead a quiet existence without bothering anyone. Jesus. Yeah, I'll set you free. Well then, how about you do me this favor? Kill Baphomet for me, and kill him for good. His sorcery will go poof, and I'll be free. He watches you closely, seemingly both with ridicule and a certain interest. Fine, that was a jest, my dear. As much as I wish to see the blasted goat bite the dust, we'll try another way for now. Something craftier and easier. I've heard they have a rather curious scroll in this maze's sanctum. The spell it holds will cancel out any magic around it, and its power is formidable. A handy little thing, wouldn't you say? The only problem is the scroll was written using a special Urvisian cipher that hardly anyone is familiar with. It's a good thing I've had a penchant for languages from a young age. Bring me the scroll, and it just might break Baphomet's magic. What sort of scroll is it? Ah, my dear, don't you bore yourself with the dusty fables of old. There was some zealot priestess who was expecting the end of all things and the coming of the armies of darkness, so she wrote the scroll so that her descendants would read it when the hour was right and break the invaders' arcane powers. It's all balderdash, really. We rune lords must have taught our slaves and servants wrong. We were delving into the arts of commanding the powers of this world. Yet our progeny, even the most talented ones, keep hankering after ways to fawn over some god or other. Where should I look for it? One guard told me that the scroll was kept in one of the secret rooms of this prison. Unfortunately, the guard did not live long enough to tell me its exact location. He gives a shrug of disappointment. I'll find this spell. He nods affably. Do try your best, my dear. I'm counting on you. I have to go. He waves his hand absent-mindedly. Yes, off you go, my dear. Take all this food. Was that phoenix feathers? Yes. Alright. We're gonna kill him, by the way. In case you guys are wondering. But not right now. Right now, we are actually going to end the episode. because it's gone on long, and that guy had a lot to say, and my voice is tired. Next episode, we'll either find the phylactery and kill him, or give him the scroll. Both of those are interesting to me, so I don't know which one we're really going to pick. Then we'll do those puzzles, and finally we'll go save the Hand of the Inheritor, or kill him, one or the other. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.